Alright, y'all. Good morning, man. So it's what is it? Today's Monday. Feeling good, feeling good. It's cold. I love it. I love it. I love it. This will be this is the coldest it's been this year, at 25 degrees. So I love the cold weather. You'd think that I wouldn't, but I really do. Got up this morning at 6, in the hot tub at 6:15 until about 6:45, and boy, it's really, it really loosens you up, man. You know, like I'm not stiff or nothing, man. I'm feeling good, man. So I've been getting in the hot tub every day, twice a day. In the morning when I get up, I wake up, I go pee, and then I jump right in the hot tub butt naked. So, man, you could get it butt naked. Just kind of just chill, man, for the, make sure I turn all the jets on and get them situated like I like them. And each seat does a different thing. I'll get some video of me in the hot tub. My wife don't want to be associated with all the stuff that goes on the channel and stuff, because there's a lot of crude people out there. As a matter of fact, my wife is blocked from my channel, so she can't even comment. So I had to do that to protect her from her. We don't have a whole lot to do, but we don't have to. It's cold though, man, for sure. I said for sure. What I got? So y'all saw the that mower yesterday. I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna flip it. I know a lot of one guy, he always got some Debbie Downer stuff to say. But you need to keep it, man. Your mowers are looking pretty ragged. Don't let the looks deceive you. Every mower I got runs. And every mower I got, I can go earn with it right now. Might not be all pretty and shiny, but mechanically, yeah. The only problem I got with a mower, and that's the 2014 model, is the engine surges. But it's better than any mower you'll go to Home Depot and buy. So, yeah, the mowers I run every day, they don't even have 1,500 hours on them. So, one of them's got like 12 and the other one's got like 14 or so, something like that. I don't know why would I keep the mower? See, to me, and it's all about discipline and how you want to do things, right? Well, selling a lawnmower ain't got nothing to do with business. Well, but it does. It's when you're self-employed and you're just an owner operator. You're really not a business. I don't know where that concept come from. The state of Georgia says I'm a business. My tax ID number says I'm a business. The Fed tax ID EIN number, it says I'm a business. The federal government and IRS say I'm a business. I write everything off on the business. I pay taxes on the business. I pay insurance for the business. I don't know what is the definition of a business. To some people that ain't in business, they think that if you don't have 3 or 4 employees minimum, you're not in business. You're not a business, and that's simply not true. So call it whatever you want to call it, man. I'm excelling and exceeding what my expectations were anyway when I started all this. So, but me and Phil got about, I don't know, my damn printer ran out of ink, man. So I got ink cartridges ordered, and so I didn't print off no list or nothing. But I don't really have to this time of year anyway. Hey, man, hop in, man. Yeah. Okay, y'all, so me and Phil, we over here at the first one. So yeah, I got to get to it though. The mowers, they were hard to start. They were in the building. It's, you know, it's only 32 degrees. So the mowers were hard to start this morning. And yeah, but they finally started, and when they started, I just left them running, you know, idling on the trailer. Let them get warmed up before we go to wearing them out. But yeah, so with my commercial people, I come once a month to all the properties, and there's about probably about 30 of them or so. So you know, they'll pay the bills. You ain't doing much more than paying the bills, and that's okay for me, considering I got a skid and I do other stuff. So tomorrow we'll be making really good money trimming trees, and well, it's a bigger job over there. Probably going to be around $4,500 or so for the job over there. And there's quite a few things we're going to do. Mostly it's just trimming trees with the man lift, and you know, getting things cleaned up. An area over there that I did yet last year with the stump grinder and all, there was some part of one of the stumps I missed, and the ground is not great. So I'll take the stump grinder with us too, so we can grind. I won't take the stump grinder tomorrow, but I will you know, after we get done trimming all the trees. So yeah, y'all, deuces. So we're over here, it's like 33 degrees. Basically over here, all we do is get the culvert, blow the culverts out, and then just go over the, mulch all the leaves up. Phil's in the backyard over there, you know, behind me. But this is just, we got like 6. I got a lady, one of my regulars calling me about a tree that done fell in her yard or something. She wants me to come give her a quote, but see, I don't really want to go give her a quote unless I'm doing it. I'll go down there and give her a quote and then do it right then. But you know, I have to tell her that, but there's a language barrier there. So, but basically all we do here is just mulch the leaves up. I'm gonna set you guys up right here on the bumper, and we'll get a little bit of footage. I've already cut that area down there on the other side of that driveway. Now I'm going to cut this area right here, so y'all see the second half of it. Okay, y'all, so we got done with this one. Boy, it's cold, man. It is cold. Yeah. Okay, y'all, how good are you guys at flipping the script? So we just flipped the script. Got a customer gonna pay me $600 to, and I'm rolling the dice a little bit. One of the regular customers, she's got a tree hung up or something. She sent me a picture, but it's hard to see anything off a picture. I told her I'd come look at it, and if I can do it for $600, she said, okay, if you can do it for $600, go ahead and do it. So we're gonna see what it is. I got the picture she sent me, but we're kind of rolling the dice a little bit. The thinking is the yards ain't going nowhere, right? But, and this is a regular customer of mine, the yards ain't going nowhere. And why would I go do the yards and not do this job? This job's going to be more lucrative. It's going to pay a lot more, and then we can just put the yards off to another day, even next week if we had to. So, yeah.
Figure, let me go one more
we
time. We
always try to chase the most money that we can.
That's it, man.
As we're out here, but you got to have the tools to do that. You know, if you don't have the tools, then, well, I don't know. I guess how would you do this job if you had to go rent that equipment?
How the heck is there a dead spider on
You know.
this?
So if you didn't have no equipment or very little equipment, you wouldn't be able to do this, right?
Nah.
So that's what that's what me and Phil are all about. We know that that the yards are not going nowhere. So why would we put this job off? Because this job, and I don't even know, y'all. It is a calculated gamble.
Chase that dollar.
It's a calculated gamble for sure. Because I might get down here and might think it ain't worth the money, but
bigger work means bigger pay for Phil.
Yeah, so yeah, Phil will make more money, I'll make more money, and everybody make more money. And the biggest thing is, we're not burning up the lawns. The lawns this time of year, I like to consider them as backup money, because I can go do them here and there and there and here. Nothing's pressing, you know.
By the way, I'm touched that Ray kept the shirt here for me.
Yeah. Y'all see it.
And I love it.
So, but there's not a guarantee that we're gonna be able to do it, but we're willing, I'm willing, Phil's willing. We're willing to roll the dice based on the picture. Right. The picture sometimes can throw you off though.
Oh yeah.
So, and we'll get some video when we get down here of what it is, and I know there's gonna be somebody coming in the comments talking about they'll charge $10,000 to do it. You know, there's always that guy. Okay, y'all, sometimes rolling the dice, it'll work out for you. And then sometimes it don't. But I believe this is gonna work out for me and Phil. So,
this is pretty sweet, man.
Yeah, this looks pretty sweet right here. Watch yourself. Yeah. So let's go over here and assess it and talk about strategy for a moment while Phil gets everything. It's going to accelerate the pay today, so. This ain't gonna be hard at all, dog. So probably what I'll do, y'all, is I'll go on and get the little 201T, and I'll go on and cut it off right here, put a rope around it, use the mower, and pull it that way. Then basically just gonna drag it to the woods back there. I anticipate me and Phil will be over here around an hour, not more than an hour and a half. Because see, once it's on the ground, and we don't have a skid or nothing, we're just running with the lawnmowers. So we'll get 600 is good. It is a little sketch though, Phil. It is a little sketch, but we got the new pole saw, y'all. The brand new pole saw. So I'm gonna have to set y'all up though. I'm not gonna be wanting to play around with y'all. We're just gonna go from there. So the strategy to me, based on what I'm seeing at this very moment, just initial analyzation here, is I'm gonna cut it off right here and just let it come down. We may reach up there on the end, on this end right here. Y'all see that end that's freestanding, and with the new pole saw, and cut that off just to kind of minimize some of the weight. It is a little sketch though, I will say. Yeah, it is. There is a little sketch here, Phil. There's a little sketch here, but we got rope and everything, y'all. I could throw a rope in it and pull it down just like it is without even cutting it. I'm on the fence now after I look at it. What if I just throw a rope on it right there? And right there on that end, throw a rope over it, come down around that tree right there, and pull it down. We just want to get it down. Cutting it up and dragging it ain't gonna be nothing. So yeah, y'all, it is what it is, man. So we're gonna knock it out, man, I think in less than an hour. And I know there's gonna be somebody tell me I'm supposed to get $5 grand for this. Watch how quick this goes, man. If you know what you're doing, you don't, it doesn't take a bunch of time. So it could take me more time to explain to y'all than I actually gonna do the job. We're gonna get some of the weight off of it and go from there. And see, having Phil here, the cleanup can be happening simultaneously. So because the mower's gonna drag that, probably 4 trips with the mower, just dragging it to the woods, man. Not that difficult, man. That's good oak though. So here we go. Okay, y'all, so we are 20 minutes in and I got most of the tree back there. I'm gonna do her solid and go in and cut this one off. I mean, it's not taking us long at all, man. We're gonna be here an hour, $600. So, but you know, I wouldn't know what all I could do if I didn't have years of experience with firewood and trees. Like, if I didn't know what the mowers can do and what saws can do and how I can use them to do other stuff, then how would I know not to bring the man lift and the skid over here? Now you got to get on up there to $1,200 or $1,300 and you're not going to get to work. Well, Ray, I just ain't going to get to work then. Well, then I'm going to do the 600 for an hour. You know, that's about how long it's going to take us. Maybe a little bit longer than an hour. Because I'm going to pull that down and I'm going to cut that at one time. I'm gonna cut it off at the ground and then cut it in the center one time, and then I'm gonna drag it to the woods. And then Phil's back there with the Milwaukee pole saw, not pole saw, but the Milwaukee battery saw, not the new one, but the handheld saw, and he's just cutting them up into pieces so we don't make a big pile. So we're gonna grab, I'm gonna try to grab like this trunk piece right here. We're probably going to just put that in the wheelbarrows. That's going to tear the ground all up dragging it back there. So I just kind of wanted to touch base with y'all and show y'all, well, this is spur of the moment stuff. This is not something that we planned for, that I was, you know, this is something that we're doing straight up on the fly. So, yeah. But see, I couldn't bring the skid over here and do this. They wouldn't pay. Well, you got to know your customer. They're not going to pay. They're not going to pay the kind of money, man, it takes to get the skid over here. Hell no. And then I don't have lawnmower. So on the way home, me and Phil can go do 3 more lawns. I mean, this is gravy, baby. Okay, y'all, so that's a wrap, man. How long, Phil? 1.5?
An hour and a half exactly.
1.5 hours over here, y'all. And that's done. So
10:45 to cook.
and that's spur of the moment. somebody, you know, customer call you, and we got that tree down, and we also took out a sapling right there too. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure she'd want to get rid of more of these trees, but they're not spending like that. So everything's put up. I even cut the side yard for them. So looking real good over here compared to what it did. But it all went down without a hitch, really. You know, you formulate a plan and then you implement it, right? Good job, Phil. I mean, we killing it, man. But that's spur of the moment. We didn't even have to go rent no equipment, y'all. And look, I didn't have to charge her $7,500 for that. I didn't have to charge her that much. Some people charge a lot more money than me, apparently.
You got the right tools.
Right tools, got the tools.
That means you got the machines.
Yeah, Phil, hang on, man. All right, y'all. So that's a wrap. That's a wrap today. Y'all saw what me and Phil got into. That was a spur of the moment. So we did a little over $800, and y'all see what time it is. So there's money out here, but if you ain't ready for it, you ain't ready for it. So we had a surprisingly good day. I was not even going to work today because the work is, you know, it's not a lot, but I want to keep Phil, you know, going. I want to keep money in his pocket, and so we get out here and we're just going to do, you know, about 6 or 7 lawns. You know, I don't know, $500 or $600 worth. But what ended up happening is I got that call from that regular customer where we did that tree after me and Phil did the first 2, and she's like, can you come take care of this? It's all hung up. Y'all saw it. And I was like, well, I can't really see a lot from the picture. I said, but I got to thinking, you know, while right there, it's spur of the moment, I'm thinking to myself, well, we can go. I mean, as long as the money's right, you're rolling the dice just a little bit because you don't know if there's something I can do without the skid or whatever. Based on the picture, I thought I could. And me knowing the property, you know, I knew there was nothing that it could fall on. So, but that was the whole thing, you know. We could either burn up the lawns and then, you know, because the way I was thinking was if I can roll the dice, and I wouldn't have been able to roll the dice had it been a total stranger that called me, right? I told her that, you know, and I told her $600, and we'd come today, but the thinking was behind the scenes was, well, I don't know if I can even do it for $600. I don't know if I can do it without, you know, some equipment with me other than the mowers. And you know, Phil was right here. I says, Phil, you want to go down here and try to get this 600 real quick? I said, it could be a waste of time driving down there because it's about a 20-minute ride, 15-minute ride. So we could have very easily went down there and, we know, with the mowers that we were already working today and not been able to do it, or it'd take, you know, 4 or 5 hours. Then I wouldn't have been able to do it for $600. And I don't like to spend that much time on something that simple when I got equipment that can do it in a fraction of the time. So, but in order to come back home, man live, skid or whatever, because I didn't know what I didn't know what it was. I just from one picture. And I'll put a picture of the picture she sent me. But that changed the whole day. We decided we were going to roll the dice, and that's what we did, and it paid off, and it usually does, you know. So I'm not rolling the dice on a whim or whatever. I'm rolling the dice based on the picture and based on my experience and based on what I can do without equipment, right? I can do a lot without equipment if that's what I want to do. It was going to be too much trouble to come home, load the skid up, and all that. It wasn't necessary, but I could have done it a lot faster with the skid, but I couldn't have cut no grass. So we took care of a couple of the yards, and then we went and did that. And so we had a really good day. And you don't get all that if you're not out here trying. We out here in the freaking 30-degree weather, cutting, cleaning up some of the commercial stuff that I do. That just shows you that, for all the guys out there, that I know somebody else would have got 5,000 to take that little thing down. Well, he wouldn't have got 5,000. He would have quoted 5,000, and then Ray would have went and done it for, 600. And I didn't have to do anything special. That's exactly what I used to do. That tree and dragging it with the mowers. That's exactly what I used to do when I did firewood. I got a lot of experience pulling trees out of the woods and into the woods and through the woods with the lawnmowers. I did it for 8 years when I was doing firewood, and I didn't make that much money. I'd go over there and pull firewood out of the wood, logs and trees out of the woods, and I didn't even get close to $600. And I would be working, for 5 or 6 hours and wouldn't even get that. You definitely learn that people ain't going to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to do, simple tree stuff. Of course, somebody that don't do trees, that ain't never done trees, that don't even own a chainsaw, of course, that's like dealing with a homeowner. They think it's a big deal, and I pull up and look at it, I'm like, man, that ain't nothing, man. And you got some of these YouTube guys that want to say what things are worth, and they don't even own a chainsaw. But I'm able to, turn it into money, man. Turn time into money, man. That's what I'm doing, man. Turning time into money. Good day. I don't know how much content I got that I can actually use, but we're making money, and we ain't talking about it. We're doing it every day. I keep seeing some of these clowns out here that are sitting behind a computer talking about their marketing, and it doesn't seem like they got time to do the work. I don't know, but my channel's all about the doing. We ain't talking about it. We'll talk about it, but then you're going to see a lot more doing than talking, usually, unless I get on a soapbox or something. But the channel's all about, making a living out here, and it doesn't mean you have to have, 5 employees and $1 million worth of equipment. I've been excelling out here and growing out here the whole time I've been out here. So, and I haven't done, true enough, I do market, but I just don't pay for it. But I don't do videos talking about marketing, because, you're not doing anything. And I always know this, y'all. Just because you are marketing, right, and you're spending money, you're throwing money in the blind marketing, doesn't mean you're going to get the work. It could just be a waste of time, and that's more money. So now you done marketed whatever number you're marketing, and then you go look at the job, and now you done wasted, an hour plus fuel, and you don't even get the job. Because no matter how good of a marketer you are or how bad of a marketer you are, if you don't know what you're doing, you can't command the right number. If you don't know what the number is, everybody knows how much but they don't. They are building a number based on what they think, or they're building a number based on, what equipment they can go rent. Well, you're probably not going to get the work because I don't have to go do all that. So And I know there's other guys like me that hate the rental game. And I know there's other guys like me that hate the damn, all these slicksters on YouTube talking about market. But they ain't showing no work. They ain't showing, well, they're showing, you know, the remnants of I don't know, one guy's doing Christmas lights, the remnants of Christmas lights where he's taking them down. Of course, he ain't making no money doing that. But I'm out here excelling, doing videos, learning, and talking smack the whole time. Them boys can't hate, they can't stand it, man. So I make this shit look easy. But just know you don't have to be a guru at marketing. I'd rather have somebody that knows what the hell they're doing when they're doing the work, that's efficient and all that, than a master marketer. Because a master marketer is going to try to get more money than what he can. He has to, because why? Because he spent all that damn money on marketing. He got to charge more. It's freaking like, and I've been swooped in there and got the job while they're still trying to figure out how to get over to the property and how to price it and all that. They got to price it with the marketing in consideration. So if they marketed, you know, $1,000, well, then every quote they go get, they gotta take that number up a little bit more than somebody that didn't market. Well, somebody that didn't market right ain't gonna get the lead to go do the quote. Well, I mean, I don't know what to say to that. I get plenty of leads, and most of the time, if I go quote something, I'm way up there on the percentage of getting the work. Way up there. You know, if you go do 25 quotes, I guess good numbers of this. If you go do 25 quotes and you land 5 of them, that's considered great. If I go do 25 quotes and I only get 5 of them, that sucks. Because the other 20, it was a waste of time. So I'd rather go do 12 quotes and get 10 of them. I make more money that way. Just because you're quoting don't mean you're getting the work. So, yeah. Good luck with that. And I'm not a rookie out here. You guys know that I know what's going on out here. I mean, how could I not? I'm living it every day. I ain't on the internet every day. I'm showing what I'm doing. I mean, the videos are real. AI ain't creating all that crap. I got time to do videos, make money, and talk smack, and edit, and post, and talk some more smack, and buy equipment, and make money. I mean, come on, man. Let the haters hate. Deuces.